I think it might be worth it. If the power is coming from him, if it is a magic that is originated from his person, it might be worth it to look into going after him, gathering the force, trying to incapacitate him or kill him, something to the point where he does not have the power to fuse the stones or the coins anymore. I believe that trying to change the entire coin system of this country, which is spread beyond this country at this point, is unrealistic.
Exactly.
I don't know that we can do that as us individuals. I don't know that is a goal that we can attain.
Right.
I also don't know if killing Mucus, I don't know if killing Mucus is any more realistic.
And that is why I say we must find out what is...
His name is Mucus now. So we're not saying his name.
Names have power. We can't keep saying his name. So we're gonna call him Mucus.
I was calling him Mowgli.
That's also very good.
Mucus. Mucus sounds sadder.
What were you saying?
Not so sure with that. Oh, yes. That is why I was saying we must figure out what is powering them. So that way we can disable that, in a sense.
Okay, so far on my list of goals, I figure out what's going on in the mint, figure out who Fargrim is, follow up with Orsic, follow up with the moneylender, and figure out what's powering the stones.
Mm-hmm. And the coin.
Okay.
We should try cutting one of the coins open to see if there's a stone inside. Or if they're just somehow endued with the same magic power, whatever it is.
Yeah. Sorry.
Made me yawn.
Sorry.
It's a salad break.
You going to get a salad? Yeah. Do you want a salad?
Yes, please. You can ask Sarah. There's a text string from last night where I just whined about how
Porgos and Wilcom have been dismissed back to the room that they are being held in. The lady commander has gone off to check on the children, make sure that the girls are all right, and also speak with Una. And the Lord Commander brings you to his private study again, and he has given you full reign of the room to speak in private, and he is going to go and prepare Fiona for questioning. Formal questioning. And
What's that?
he has left. So the four of you are now in the private study of the Lord Commander, discussing your ideas.
Can we just say that's where we discussed everything?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I believe the place to try and find information about Orsic and Fargrim possibly would be the archivist. So, do we want to go there first as a gentle way to ease into this, and then go to the mint afterwards? See what
Fiona
we
will
can
not
find
live
there?
much longer.
What I was about to say, I think it'd be part of the formal interrogation with Fiona.
I do not know what else we can ask her, though.
I feel like she would have more information, but I guess we have asked quite a lot.
If there's anything that you could think of,
Have we asked her what Mowgli looks like when he's appeared to her?
We have not.
If we have a suspicion that it is not in fact a deity, but a dwarf, I mean, he'd probably disguise himself either way, but knowing what he looks like would be beneficial.
Agreed.
no, she never said what he looked like. Not that I have written down.
Why aren't we saying his name again?
Names have power.
Tamsin wanted to use it.
Listen, if it was a Voldemort situation, I would agree with you. But we already know that he can be like summoned and shit, so I don't want to play with
You
fire.
say it 3 times fast in the mirror, and
Oh yeah, we should get rid of those coins.
We should.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through my inventory, just any of them that I have, and give them to Sabine.
How much did we get? Because we exchanged a certain amount. Whoops.
I have
I have
like
it written
5, I
down
think.
somewhere.
Make sure that you subtract that from whatever silver or gold or whatever the pieces are stamped with.
I don't know how many I have.
Yeah, you know, I don't know how many I have.
I do. Nice.
Give me a second.
Dang, you are thorough.
I don't know how many you guys have, maybe. Unless
She says maybe.
unless I wrote it down. I might have, but
Yeah, no, I don't know.
You have 1 gold mercantile coin and 20 silver mercantile
I
coins.
seem
As
to
a
remember
group?
that we put those into the party fund.
Yeah, those are in the party fund.
Aw.
All right, we're
Cool.
good. Just destroy the party fund.
Destroy it!
Our
Well,
party
Cyrano!
fund is pretty decent right now.
Well, you
That's
can
not
put
gonna
it. We
hurt
don't
it.
have to get rid of the actual silver. I just have to melt it down.
Yeah.
We'll
okay.
just get less for it,
And then we
unfortunately.
make our own.
Wait, how much did you say you have?
20.
1 gold mercantile coin and then 20 regular silver mercantile coins.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So 2 gold's worth, but in silver and in gold.
Should we
Can we-
take one as an example?
Can we break one? Can we try breaking one to see if there's a stone
certainly try.
inside?
Remember.
I would like to roll to slice a coin in half.
Go for it. Strength check.
Alright.
Swing that sword.
Those are my favorite. That's a 22.
Ooh.
Yeah. You go ahead and you remember gently places this coin on the floor,
Gingerly.
and then just you hear this clang, and then the blade hits the floor, and this coin goes skittering off into 2 pieces.
Like a surgeon.
And then
Slicing
you
for the very
see
first time.
you see a hiss of black smoke come up from either side of it.
Oh.
Mm.
Is there something
Cool.
inside the coin?
There's nothing inside it.
So it's the sign. It's the sigil.
Or they're embedding some type of dark power into the coins while they're making it?
Should we hold on to one for an example?
As long as you do not spend it, I don't see that it would make a difference.
Hmm.
Unless you can hear us. So.
And just take the coin. Hey, Mogul, we're not spending your coin.
In fact, we're giving it away for free.
And Thompson instantly dies.
Just as fate desired.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and Sacred Flame all of them,
Okay.
except for one.
Alright. And
Now
a
we just
hiss
have a
of
big
black
pool.
smoke comes up from each and every coin that you melt down.
Now we just have a pile of silver. Like a pool of silver.
My mascara is attacking my eyeballs today.
No.
I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head until I die, probably. For the very first time.
Yeah, our party fund is up to 88 gold pieces.
Ooh!
Decent amount.
High rollers.
But when we do have to run for our lives.
Which is going to happen very soon. We're definitely going to need that down.
Ain't you those foreigners? No, gotta go, bye.
Later.
The foreigners, wow.
Four
The foreigners who saved your town? Yeah, that's us. Bye.
We
And
didn't
then why are
actually
you
save
running?
anything yet, though.
We got rid of all the crystals.
That's true. But, they're not gonna see that as saved the town. We're not gonna get hailed by the peasants. for that.
But we'll know.
The peasantry. The plebeians.
You ruined our economy and saved your lives.
Alright, so
You're gonna be able to hear me crunching on the salad, I think. I'm
yeah,
so
probably.
sorry.
That's okay. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Munch, munch, munch. Alright, so you guys go ahead and you discuss this for a little while, and then a betrayer comes back and brings the 4 of you back to the same room with the crescent-shaped table, and Fiona is standing there. her hands bound, and a betrayer flanking her on either side. And she kind of glares at you as you enter, and then lowers her head. And the Lord and Lady Commander are sitting there, and they rise, and Lady Tiela nods. And would you care to take your same seats, or your same standing positions?
Remember, stay standing.
Take my seat.
Yep.
Take my seat.
They don't sit down and believe when they pass judgment.
Miss Fiona Darkthorn, you are formally charged with the murder of Diane. Heavens, what was her last name?
Oh my.
That moment when I give them first names and not last
Also,
names.
her last name was Darkthorn, and this is the first time anybody's been like, shady.
Darkthorn in my side.
Am I right?
Miss Diane Montaro,
That's a really good name.
how do you plead? And Fiona just stays looking at the floor. I plead guilty. Do you understand that your life has been petitioned for by Mr. Wilcom Montero? And his petition has been granted. And at that, her head snaps up. I understand now, Lady Commander. I have 2 questions for you, and then I'm sure that these fine people will ask the others.
Oh, we're fine.
And Fiona kind of rolls her eyes and let's just get this over with then. First of all, who do you serve? And she lowers her head again. Lord Mogul. And what were you offered? More money than I ever knew what to do with. Were these your only reasons for doing it? Yes. And was Miss Diane Montero's life connected in any way, shape, or form to service to this mogul? And then she just nods and she says, very well, the questions are turned over to you. This will be your last time to speak with her. After this, she will be imprisoned until Wilcom decides exactly how he wishes to claim her life.
Hi, that's a gnarly justice system. Not only do they get to kill you, they can make it slow if they want.
You know that vine of John Travolta holding a jacket and looking around and being unsure of what to do? That is Sophie right now.
When Mogul appeared to you, what did he look like?
A tiefling man.
You strike me as someone who has some moderate skill in the arcane. Did you believe that that was his true image?
No, I did not.
Did you ever have any idea as to what his true image was?
Probably something much more fearsome.
Okay.
Was the tiefling man just a messenger?
He once called himself the Word of Mogul.
The word.
What did he look like
Megatron.
beyond being a tiefling?
Roughly a head taller than I, handsome, purple coloring. He wore his clothes well.
I like everybody makes sure to mention he's handsome.
And that's the only time you've seen Mogul.
What I believe to be Mogul, yes.
He did not appear to you in any dreams, any visions, anything like that?
No, I merely heard his voice.
What does he sound like? Does he have an accent?
We heard him, didn't we?
No.
Not that I believe to be an accent. I cannot place his voice from any specific region.
Is there a message you would like us to deliver to someone after you've passed?
Yeah.
If I may be permitted to post a letter, I would like to do that. I do not wish for any of you to speak to anyone that I know,
And why is that?
because your presence might put them in danger.
Would it be our presence or your past actions?
If you speak of my failure, then that's clearly what I mean. If I may be permitted to post a letter that you have no interference with, then that will be my last words to them. If not, then
That sounds shady.
That is the decision of the Lord Commander.
Indeed.
Lord and Lady Commander, you may read the entirety of the letter. You may read who I will send it to. I simply do not wish these four to be involved.
Aww.
And then she, lowers her head again.
Fiona, when was the first time you encountered Mogul?
When I first came to Ateseth.
Do you know why he approached you?
No. But he did, and for it I was thankful.
After all this, and you're still thankful.
The Lord and Lady Commander look at you all.
Is there anybody else that you're aware of that serves Mogul here in White Flag?
The only ones that I had contact with were Porgos and Wilcom. That was all.
That you know of, not had contact with?
No.
Inside check.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna roll advantage for
Yeah.
her.
Okay.
Or, I'm gonna
I'll aid.
assist.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'll
Oh,
aid.
you're assisting me?
I'll aid you.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. Do I roll as well, or do you just roll advantage?
I roll advantage. That's
Okay.
good.
And then
Because that was a 4. That's a 7. Oh, good. Hold on.
Dang.
11.
you really you don't know one way or the other.
Crap.
Ooh, sorry.
No
That
worries.
rolls. Did you have any contact, whether in his name or simply by his command, with anyone inside of the Merchant's Guild?
No.
Do I believe her on that?
Go ahead and roll insight check.
Better. Much better. 19.
Yes. You got that. You don't believe her.
At all.
No.
Sophie,
lying?
perhaps it
Always
could be an
lying.
aid to us. To ensure that our friend is still executed.
Bang. And then I. Oh my god. You know what I should do is I'm gonna pull out that small knife that I had. told her I
Don't
was
do
gonna
that.
again.
Don't do that.
No,
We're
we
in
can't
White
draw
Flag.
weapons in a Taseth.
I'm not going to. She's been playing with this thing in the background the whole time.
Let's try.
You're not allowed to draw your weapon on someone.
You're not allowed
Is
to
that
draw a
correct?
weapon.
No, you're not allowed to draw a weapon.
In general,
You're not allowed to draw.
No.
unfortunate, fine.
Everyone suddenly panics as they say Sophie draw a knife. They're like, no, 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 no,
Stop!
no,
Be cool, man. Be cool.
She's just gonna, on her side, then she's just gonna, flip up her shirt then so you can definitely see it, and then cast it like this. So cute.
Alright, so everyone in the room needs to roll charisma saving.
Yeah, make a.
And it needs to be what?
14. You have to
17.
What'd you get?
That's a 2.
Yeah, you can tell the truth.
I
now.
passed once again.
Nice. The willpower of a Clydesdale.
Stop.
Wow, 2.
I think
Tenzon's
that's the
under.
cutest thing you've ever said. Okay, yay! Oh, Tamsin has to tell the truth now too. We asked him
Ooh.
something. Alright.
The Lord and Lady Commander kind of shudder, and they definitely have passed with the 16.
Dang it.
And then Fiona, having spent a very rough night in a very cold cell, essentially, is not prepared for the spell, and you can see her countenance change.
Nerd.
I will ask you once again, because I do not believe you are telling me the truth the first time. Who have you had contact with in the Merchants Guild?
No, who do you know of? Because she said she didn't have any contact. Who do you know of?
Who do you know of in the Merchants Guild who is not
She could have been
ignorant
lying
of
then, too,
Mogo's true identity?
There is someone who works in the Merchants Guild.
Is it?
A halfling man.
Oh, I was gonna make Lydia.
No.
A halfling man named Ander.
Did we talk to him or not?
Mm-mm.
No.
I know we talked to like a small person that I don't
No, we haven't. I haven't.
Okay. Because
Gotten
we
down
definitely
to
did
Ender
talk to a small nerd about the caves, and I don't know.
No,
No,
his
that
name
was
was like Mike or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike.
Ander.
Ander.
Okay.
And then, while she's asking questions, I'm gonna like whirl around to Tend and like, where have you been going?
I think it's more pressing that we interrogate our suspect.
Don't you want to do like some team building, like some team bonding right now?
Also, don't you super have to like tell the truth?
I'm very.
He can
I am
avoid.
telling the truth, and
Yeah,
I'm very happy that we are a team. And what was the question we just asked, Fiona? Oh yes, and halfling merchant. What is he doing there?
He is organizing trade routes
For the stones?
for many things.
Like what? You're going to have to be more specific.
I don't have to be.
You're going to be more specific.
Then she kind of like frowns up at you.
Way up.
How specific would you like me to be with what little information I have?
You're going to die soon, so we need to know everything you know before you are no longer a resource.
Ander serves Mogul in the Merchants Guild and Mint, organizing trade routes that will better fund Ateseth's coffers. He makes certain that the merchants of Ateseth use the mercantile coins and has been for several years. I have no dealings with him myself. I simply know of him. And I have sent messengers with word and materials to him.
So he's not involved in anything that's happening to the coins.
Not as far as I'm aware.
Writing notes. Do.
Yeah, same.
Not writing notes. I'm a fighter.
Is it the mark that is passing the power? Or is there something greater than that?
I believe it was the market first, and now it is word getting out and worship beginning.
Where else do you know of worship that is beginning?
I don't know exactly of anything here, but he would not be as strong as he is if it was not. No god is powerful if no one worships them.
Do you know of any elsewhere? You do not know of any here, but do you know of any outside of the bounds of Whiteford?
I have heard whispers of Guran.
Shocker.
Fucking course,
Mhm.
girl. Where in Garam?
That I do not know.
What is the name of the Tardothian merchant? Or at least the code name you might have worked under? Her flower, perhaps?
Hyacinth. And Sophine would know that name.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all get flower names like geishas? That's exciting.
Why would Mogul need the crystals if the coins already carry his essence, if you will?
I never asked him that.
We're gonna run out of time, guys. Better come with any last word questions.
How far can Mogul see?
I assume he can see everywhere.
He has not given you any idea of the limitations that he might have?
No, why would he do that?
Because he is not a god yet. Could he see? Was there any ways that he never contacted you, that you never felt his presence?
He is not always involved in whatever it is I'm doing. I feel him near when he wants something. That's about it.
And communicates with you directly into your mind, or he appears to you?
Usually I hear something. Just a whisper or a murmur.
Spookums.
Much stronger with the gems.
Did you hear him while you were in your Ledrand room?
Well, he knows that I've failed, so why would he contact me?
To destroy you for your failure.
I doubt he would give me a heads up.
Well, you would certainly know if he intended something ill toward you. You'd understand that you were dying, or that you were on fire, or like whatever his deal is.
Well, I'm not on fire now.
So we have to assume either he doesn't give a shit or he couldn't reach you.
Then just imprison me in that room again and leave me there.
No, that part's out of our hands now.
We've asked her about his endgame, right?
No, we haven't
I
actually.
think we have. I'm sure we did.
I could have sworn we asked like what
Did?
his goal was.
Alright, let's reiterate since I can't remember. And what is the final goal? Besides becoming a god or
Fuck,
whatever.
bitches, get money.
He doesn't just want to join the Pantheon, he wants to be the Pantheon.
He's gonna like splice and become more.
Or just destroy the rest of them.
Until he's the only god. Ain't that just how money do?
He wants to destroy the gods and be the god.
He wants to be everything.
We got some Thanos BS going on here.
Just
Nah.
how money do.
Thanos had legitimate goals.
Whoa,
This
whoa,
guy
whoa.
just...
This is a. Hear me out, but. Alright. It's about time to
Is
spell.
there any way to royally piss him off?
You mean unlike how you already have?
Good, we're on the right track.
But yeah, say if there was another way.
If
Beyond
we want to,
what we've already
you know,
done.
Mix it up a little.
Why
Gotta
do you
throw
want to
him
know
off his
how else
rhythm.
to anger him?
Sometimes it's good to provoke your enemy into making mistakes, into dropping their guard and their rage,
Sometimes we just like to know what not to do.
or
As
what to
well.
do violently.
And Tev's like his own like
Wink.
I'm a good cop. You're a bad cop this time.
whatever you're doing is angering him.
Woo.
And that probably means it's weakening him.
Alright.
Alright, good
Perfect.
news. Good stuff.
Great, now I'm gonna ask you what I know about Hyacinth, because I feel like I definitely didn't talk to you about what I thought about they named themselves when they were like out and about being shady.
Also, your spell flickers and fades.
Yeah, I figured. But we seem to be on the same brain wave of like what they're calling themselves. So.
Let me message you really quick.
Okay.
So the spell flickers and fades, and do you have anything else that you would like to ask of her before they take her away?
Fiona, what was it that you wanted the money for?
I hardly think that matters now.
But still, you wanted it for a reason, enough to motivate you to do all this.
If it's good enough, maybe we can fulfill it for you.
If I tell you anything more, it will probably put anyone else into his path. So no, I won't be telling you. And that's for their own protection.
If the money was to protect people, perhaps we're your best bet now.
I will let you read the letter. But you must not go. Please, you have to promise me that you won't go anywhere near where it needs to be delivered. Do you promise?
I promise I only go where fate takes me. And if fate says not to go there, then I will not go.
Gods, you're one of the Order, aren't you?
It's racist.
Whatever words you have to say are nothing but dust and smoke. Fate will take you wherever you want it to. That's how it works.
Okay. Would you like to tell us all about the Order? Because he fucking won't.
What would you like to know?
Literally anything. Perfect. We'll be here for another hour. Literally anything you know.
Fate is a fickle mistress, dependent only on the desires of those who honor her.
And
Alright.
it is different for Mogul?
Mogul says what goes. Not me. You decide where fate carries you. You might say that you see a leaf falling and it tells you not to go a way that seems terrifying in the first place. It's just a way to look for excuses.
It's easy to speak when one knows little.
I know more than you
Attempted on
think.
blast.
You're nothing but a child.
Ooh. Alright.
Take me back to my cell.
Young I might be, but fate has chosen me, intentionally.
That's what they all say. Don't you hear yourself? I know that a god chose me for something because they spoke to me. You think that fate chose you because you wanted to. It's fate. Anyone can say that it's called them. It's fate that a door was open, so you snuck in and took everything in sight. It's fate that a wheel broke on a cart, throwing someone into a ditch and they died. It's all just fate and excuses and nothing more.
Take her away.
Gladly. And then she just bobs this weird curtsy because her hands are
Can you feel
bound.
anything?
No?
Okay.
And she's taken out of the room and back to her little cell.
Damn. Welcome to
He's
put
like,
Tenson on blast hour. We're all just like,
Safine's fanning herself. Jesus.
And so the Lord and Lady Commander are like,
oh shit.
well, she had some strong opinions. Apparently.
Yep, I'd say that.
Thank you very much for your help. We will let you know what more we find out. And then the Lord Commander stands and bows and we will try to let you know by this evening then.
On to our next state of affairs.
Is she gonna write? Are they
Batman
letting her write the
transition.
letter?
You don't know yet.
Please let us know if she does indeed write that letter.
And then Lady Tiela
So
nods
we
a
can
little bit.
immediately
Of
scoop up her
course,
shit.
we will let you know whatever comes with all of this.
I'm voting sick child.
And then
Sick child.
That she needed the money for and she was so offensive about, and then she's all pissed that like fate gets to decide things and you think you're chosen. Yeah, she's got a sick kid. She's got a dying kid.
You
calling
think
this right
this
now.
is not fate. I want my child to live. The
Dying
good old
child.
trope.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, please send me that information that I need, and we shall Batman transition to the Merchants Guild? Question mark.
We should go find the Taradothian human first. I don't.
Tardothian human.
Yeah, because Wilcom wanted the poison,
Right.
and she should probably die sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Don't see a lot of good coming from letting her live.
Well, I would. There's all kinds of stuff that goes on there, but I need to go to the Merchants Guild to find out what her credentials are.
True.
She'd be registered with them if she's selling, unless she's selling under the table, in which case I'd have to send a letter. Lastly.
Two birds.
Instead of I told you so, I am
So the
informed you
Merchants Guild?
thusly. Yeah, to the Merchants Guild, Batman. Yeah, we can scope out for Ander while we're there. And Fargrim. I want to know who Fargrim is as well.
Can we get like a badge or a writ or
Oh yeah,
a
can
certificate?
we ask him for...
Maybe a cape?
No capes!
We just need something so we can stop putting
Yeah.
on dumb disguises and being like, tell me your shit. No, we just need a badge
yeah.
that's like, the Lord Commander sent us. Tell us your
We
shit.
need a $50 money clip.
We need a level 1 access clearance.
The key
Multi-pass.
card.
Yeah, we need that, and then, well, technically we should, I don't know if we should do this, and we can talk, we can act like this is us talking in the room or whatever. We could see if we can get a signed law passed by the Lord Commander to stop all production of mercantile coins and the collection and, like, basically ceasing the distribution and also keeping anything that comes into the mercantile, like, guild place so that they can set them aside and, like, rebrand. We are rebranding every 100 years. We must bring a new sign.
I agree.
Do we want to go straight to the Merchants Guild, or do we want to stop at the Archivist and see if we can find more about Orsic?
Well, the thing is, as when I remember when I asked him about the mercantile, like, thingy, the only thing he gave me was that weird chopped up pamphlet about Mogul, and then the secondary one was just basically Orsic. That's where we got the name. And I said, well, do you have anything else? And he was like, no,
Okay.
because that was such a long time ago. He said, and it was 100 years ago.
We
So
could ask
really,
at the Merchants Guild.
yeah, the Merchants Guild would probably know more. That would be like their history.
Okay.
Are you feeling okay?
I'm very dissociated. I'm sorry. I am like astral projecting right now.
Drink your tea.
I'm trying.
You just not feeling good?
No, I'm good. I'm just like gone.
Out of it.
Get back in there or still help me.
Or something.
Snatch yourself. Little scrappy do snatch yourself. Put that thing back where it came from or something.
That's good. I'm just like, she disappeared. I don't know where she went. The quick thinking is a little bit beyond me right now.
Are we going in disguises?
Oh no. No.
Well, the question becomes, do we want them to know we're connected to the Lord Commander?
At this point, yes, because at this point it
He
stopped
knows
being
he's
a
safe.
like us working outside of the law, and now at this point, everything that we need to get done, we have to come directly from him.
Everybody knows.
Everybody get up.
And then if you take one of those, it'll help ground you a little bit.
Babushka.
I am grandmother.
to be like a big thing because now we could have gum in school.
Yeah. You're like, wow, you ever had where it burns the shit out of your mouth, but you still want to be cool? Well, try one of these.
I ate an entire pack in one go one time.
Oh gosh, what was that like?
You were that person?
That was hardcore. And yes, it was on a dare. Thank you for asking.
Hello.
Just like the whole pack of hot sauce. And
2 whole pack of hot sauce, madam.
That's like Tyler Oakley when he wanted to impress a girl when he thought he was like still loving girls at like 12, and he put half a peach, like those canned peaches, half a canned peach in his mouth and tried to eat it, and then choked so hard in front of this girl, and then like hoisted it out of his mouth and it like spilt across the table, and then he was like, "Who did that?" And he's like, and I drooled everywhere, and there was like bile and stuff. It was not good.
That's amazing. That's
Alright,
a whole
so you guys are where now?
The Merchant Guild.
Okay, so you've gone to the Merchants Guild, and there are actually a handful of betrayers there who are speaking with Lydia, and you can just see like the edge of their uniforms in her office. There's one posted at the door that leads back in one area, one posted at the like swinging door that was there before, and people are still going about their work, but they're like whispering together and 100% gossiping about the betrayers that are stationed everywhere. And Lydia is in her office with 3 others.
3 other...
Betrayers.
Okay. Did we ask the Lord Commander for a pass? Or some kind of identification note?
Well,
Nope.
I mean, we didn't before Sarah got up, so.
Did not.
We didn't.
smart girls.
It's fine.
Alright. Well, who are we looking for?
Ander.
Well, we're
And,
not gonna like.
Well, yeah, no, we're not
talk.
looking going to Anda right away.
We're
What,
gonna like look around.
what was the information you were trying to get?
Or sick.
Oh yeah, we
What
want to
happened
know
to him?
about Orsic. We want to know about Fargrim, and I want to know Hyacinth's
Yeah.
recent.
Well, I
weapons.
think we need to talk to the lady talking to the betrayers.
Okay. So you guys go ahead and you approach the office. Just as you hear, "What do you mean I need to shut the mint down? I can't just shut down making money."
Who's in there?
Yay, Lord
And
Commander.
you see Lydia,
Cops.
crossed arms, glaring up at these 3 betrayers, and you see Catherine there with a writ from the commander. And she's
Yeah.
just rolling her eyes and, "Look, I'm just the messenger. Just shut it down until further notice. I'm sure that we have enough silver and gold and all of that stamped. And unless you're willing to just go without stamping it, then shut it down." And Lydia, like, yanks the letter from her and starts reading it, and she looks up. "We're busy. Sorry. What do you want?"
Well, technically, Celie, I don't technically need to ask her for those things, right? I can just ask another, like, administrator? Or
Yeah,
do
you
I
can
have to ask her?
You can, like, ask whoever.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna, like, scoot around, like, "Oh, nothing," like, kind of pass along.
Oh.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go to the, like, that geeky administrator guy that we talked to beforehand.
So you go ahead and you go to the guy for the textiles, or the guy that was doing the...
Oh, wait, no. I need to find someone in administration to pull backgrounds and, like, registrations on merchants.
I need to speak to the manager.
Jasa?
Jasa.
Joss?
Was his name the one that
Was helping us?
yeah.
And Joss was his
The first
name.
time
Oh.
we heard about Mogul.
His name...
I
Kind of under
heard
Lydia.
a horrible
Joseph.
song at librarian training that is called Aiken Drum, and I had not heard that song before we went to librarian training. Aiken Drum. Apparently there's a song, and it's an old Scottish song about a man who lived on the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played a song on a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played a song on a ladle. His name was Aiken Drum. And then you talk about, like, all the different things that make up his body, and you, like, choose a different theme. So this is why it's a children's song, because you can be like, we're gonna do food! And then they're gonna be like, what's his head made out of? A cabbage! His head was made of cabbage! And, like, that's the whole song. I hate it. It's very cursed. And everybody was like, oh, what a good children's song! And I was like, you are hardcore summoning something, singing this song. The fuck are we
It's
Is
like
he
you
the
have,
one
like-
who was snoring and bumped his head?
You just
No,
have like
he was not
a
so
cabbage and like a pineapple, and like as you're building him, you sing this song to like summon this
We're
spirit.
making a golem. That's what we're doing. Please
Okay.
stop.
Right,
Okay,
so
sorry,
you
back
go
to
ahead
the-
and you manage to find Jossa, who is standing like close enough to the door to like overhear what's being said, but he's definitely trying to look like he's just doing his work. And yes, can I help you?
Hi, I have a couple records that I need pulled. They're quite urgent, actually. I need all of your information on a merchant named Hyacinth. Lady Hyacinth. She could have, honestly, any female Tardothian merchant in the past. Well, and I would give him the date of like a roundabout time of when she would have been in the area.
That's quite some time ago, and then he like makes a note.
And also anything on Fargrim, a merchant as well. Vague names. I'm just going off of certain details that I have.
And
What was the other ones that we let go? Callum?
Jeb and Callum.
Jeb and Callum.
Jeb and Calum.
Calum. And
Why do you need to know about Jeb and Calum?
Please don't ask questions. And also,
I think I will ask questions if you're asking about our employees.
she doesn't make that face for me.
We all keep really cool composure.
She's like, right. How long have they been employed?
Let me see. They were apprenticed here in their younger teens, and then they've been formally employed here for the past 3 years, I believe. They haven't reported in some time.
Right. Well,
And why are you looking for them?
we're under the command of the Lord Commander to gather information on certain people and things for a case that we've been put under. I would like you, if you need, Catherine is right in there. She'll vouch for us. She has written everything. Please find me the information on those folks. I think that's all I need. Oh, and, Orsic.
Orsic?
I believe he's the founder.
The founder of the
Right.
Merchants Guild.
Yes, we're just looking to do some history learning on that one, so if you wouldn't mind sending over some documents on that, that's quite important. Just for funsicles, you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
You know my guy.
Well, some of us are intellectuals. Isn't that right, Tangarad?
She's watching. Having fun.
My friend agrees with me.
We are searching for certain information to aid us in the investigations that we are currently doing. We have just a common interest in Orsic as a person. Do you happen to know? Just you seem like an academic of sorts. Do you happen to know when about he might have died, or?
I believe it was within the past 50 years or so. He founded the Merchants Guild not long after the Battle of Betrayal. He was in his later life, around 270 years old. He came from Giron. He was a worshipper at the time of Gielinor and Gielinay, and that's about it. There isn't a lot that's notable.
Does he have next of kin?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, what do we keep like?
I can
Can I-
get
do
you
I
that
know-
information without any problem at all. Orsic's history is public knowledge. Information on the merchants passing through I can do without much inquiry. Information about Jeb and Calum, however. Where can I reach you? I can send these notes to you.
Is
As
it
you
going
can-
to take that long?
As you can see, we're quite busy, and he gestures to the betrayers.
If I give you a gold piece, can you make it faster?
Yes, I can.
How much faster?
Let's say 3 hours faster.
Can you do it in 1 if I give you 2 gold?
I can do it in 1 if you give me 3 gold.
2 and a silver, and we'll call it an hour.
2 and 5 silver.
Remember, just hands over the other gold. I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
Also, I don't spend my money on anything.
And then he like plucks up the money and he snaps his book closed and he's, I'll be back with that information in just a little while.
Perfect.
Right.
Hitting my hand.
What's hitting your hand?
Hold on 1 second.
I just imagine Temsin and Engerad are just like watching and like.
I love how y'all have been like spearheading the entire damn thing, and then when we
they
get to
give
the
up
11th
and
hour,
especially him, he's not
holy
even saying
shit.
anything. She has a slight, I was gonna say, she has a slight go through with this, but otherwise.
killing me, man.
I don't know the people's names, so that's why I'm kind of letting you.
This is the 11th hour, and now y'all are like,
If you want it, man.
later.
It's all good. You're
It's not
taking
important.
notes. That's oh crap. That's important.
What's hitting your hand?
Dang it.
Yeah, I keep
I had
hitting
a
this
lot
part
of
of my
notes on
hand.
this one so far.
I'm going to put some peppermint in the diffuser to help you ground. And
There is
Maybe-
peppermint in there.
well, I'm going to put it strongly,
More peppermint.
It's just not on right now.
quietly, but with passion.
I forget I have a crossbow. I never freaking use it. Ooh, boy. Ooh, doggy.
Charger.
I need to look because I'm like 100% sure I have some kind of a melee weapon, but I don't have it listed anywhere.
It's really not advantageous for you to use a melee weapon unless we are like very boned.
Well, I have some spells that apply to melee damage.
That's cool.
Man, we got so much done last time too, and now I feel like we're back at our shitty standstill and we don't get anything done.
We've done a lot. Like, we've got a lot of information.
Yeah.
We're just kind of trying
Should
to
go back
find
to
where
the
we're
end
going
and
next.
fight.
We should go back to the end and fight something.
It's not very character like Anger probably would, but
So,
me as a person.
I think Temsin would be down.
well, you dipped last time.
He just had someone yell at him about his face.
Alright, so we're waiting for the information. Are we gonna do anything while we're waiting for? We got because he said an hour, right?
Yeah. We can try to find Ander in the meantime. Kind of find a name tag or.
It's gonna be hard getting more employee information, but
Well, we know what his job is,
yeah,
so like we can probably just search around.
What is he again?
I don't know. Straight up confronting him is gonna
No,
be a
I
good
don't want to
option.
confront
Right?
him. I just want to get eyeballs on him.
Look at this nerd.
So we get
He's
remembered
a-
to go deep undercover. Long term, she's gonna
Better
infiltrate. She's gonna infiltrate the Merchants Guild inmates. She's gonna
Trevor
work
would
as an
make a great
employee.
accountant.
Work her way up the ladder.
Talk to
Become-
me about your cash flow.
Of your cash flow.
Also, I feel like stopping production would be really great for them because I bet their inflation is just through the roof. They're just making all this.
Yeah,
gold.
they're making money all the time.
Right? Exactly. Though I mean, inflation was kind of an invention of the dollar once we got off the gold standard. So as long as they've got gold,
Yeah,
then
actual gold
there's
to back
no
it
real
up. It's fine.
inflation.
They just have a shit ton of gold and silver.
Exactly.
How you doing, bud? Thank
See what we
God we can have elusive thoughts sometimes.
The money lender, because that's where Solace was,
Oh.
and it's relatively close, so we could go look into
I
that. I
think
doubt
it's
he's gonna
town.
be there.
Wait, the
Yeah.
what?
The money lender, because the Merchants Guild and the money lender are two separate things.
Oh, that's
He
right.
wasn't the money lender? Why did I think he was the guy who made your cake?
That was Gasparmont.
Yeah, so we.
Oh,
could
right,
go-
the tiefling.
Mhm. We could go follow up with the moneylender and just see if he ever actually worked there, or if he was just there when I talked to him.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about
Okay.
gas as well.
So, you guys go ahead and are looking around for who now?
Ander.
You're looking for Ander? Okay. So, you keep an eye out as you are waiting for word. And honestly, you didn't get that much of a description. You see a few people who might fit the description here and there. You see a couple dark-haired halflings going this way and that. You see a few of them, show their essentially like an identification of that they work at the Mint or that they work in the Merchants Guild to the betrayer stationed at the door. But no one seems overly concerned. No one seems out of place.
Nobody's saying...
There's no, like, nameplates
Yeah,
or,
no
like,
addressing.
office doors.
No.
Nobody's addressing each other by name.
You can roll to
I was like,
see
can
if
I
you
make an
overhear.
investigation
Yeah,
check?
like
I
this
surely
would
will go in
like this
people's
would be
offices.
this would be investigation.
Alright,
I'm
I'll
gonna
roll to
pull-
see if I hear anything.
I'm going to literally look around. I'm going to pull a Sarah. Is there a sign? No? Great, I'm going in. Wait, you said investigation?
Yeah.
18.
Ooh. You don't see. Honestly, Lydia's office is the only office that you see. You just have the betrayers that are stationed at the doors.
But I don't see any,
that are
like,
leading.
desks or anything or name tags.
No, there's no nameplates. There's no, like, oh, this is so-and-so's work
We're
area.
just
There's
going to
just...
have to be suspicious and ask.
Okay. What did you roll?
I rolled a 9.
Yeah, no, you don't. You don't really overhear anyone, like, being like, oh, hey, like,
Tom?
hi, Ruby. Like, hey, you don't really hear any of that. Like,
Ruby
you,
Roundhouse.
you just have people who are like, oh, hey, like, I need the XYZ, or, oh, by the
Give me
way.
this
and,
file by 3
yeah.
o'clock.
Okay. Well, I'm going to just. Catherine wouldn't know anybody, right? She wouldn't.
It's not her
do
job.
that. Alright, I'm just gonna go. Oh no, he went off to get my files for me. I have an appointment with Anders.
And you've
Totally
got this human woman with this long blonde hair that's pulled up into a real tight ponytail, and she like pauses and, I'm sorry, Ander or Anders?
Ander.
No. Ander. You have an appointment with Ander?
Yes.
All right, let me go find him for you.
This
and then
isn't
she
good.
goes off
It's fine.
into the swinging door, and then she's comes back not too much longer with a halfling boy who looks to be in his late-ish teens, early 20s, and he's got
He's young.
a stack of papers,
Very young.
and he comes over and he's, yes, can I help you?
Hi there. Are you in charge of the mint? Like process?
Not exactly.
Trade.
Right. So you would know.
I'm
Gosh.
sorry. She said you had an appointment.
Right.
Sage, is this? You had an? I'm
Isn't
sorry.
your
I don't-
name Bernie Sander?
No.
My apologies. I thought you were in charge of the minting process. I'm here for a Todothian thing. My apologies. I got your names mixed up.
Okay. Yeah. No. I'm just in charge of setting up routes. All right.
Did I see where he like came from and
The
like what he
swinging
looks
door.
like and stuff like that?
Yeah. You like get a good.
Perfect. So sorry to waste your time.
All right. Thanks, Sage. What are you doing? And then he goes off back through the doors. Sorry about that. I thought you wanted Ander.
Slip of the tongue. You know, I get names mixed up all the time.
While she's
She
saying that, I'm
really
gonna
does.
watch where he goes.
I do.
Yeah, you see him, since you're watching, and she's talking with this lady Sage, you see him go through the swinging doors and put down his papers, and then immediately take off running.
Damn it, he's on to us.
Is Sage left?
She's still standing here, like,
What do your elf eyes see?
Hey.
Thank you, Sage.
go snatch that.
I
Yeah,
think-
I guess so.
I think that's all we need.
You gotta go snatch that
Oh,
boy dog.
alright.
I'm gonna start like walking, and then I'm gonna like dodge and hide
Wedding
behind
planner
somebody to like
stuff.
disappear out of sight,
Okay.
and then just like book it
Hunt
after that
his
kid.
ass.
You're trying to go through
down.
the swinging door that's guarded by a betrayer.
Scared by a betrayer.
Yeah, there's a betrayer standing
Hunt
there.
his ass
Yeah.
down.
Roll a
Can
stealth check.
I was gonna say, can I assist and be like, oh, excuse me?
Yoo-hoo, boy!
How are you assisting? Like, what are you doing to cause
I'm
a
literally
distraction?
gonna go ask him, do you know where Bernie Sanders, his office is?
Um,
I'm gonna.
what? No, that's.
Right, Angard, we needed somebody named
I'm
Bernie
no,
Sanders.
I'm just stationed here to like.
Feel me now.
I'm just trying to make sure that people don't.
20.
Ernest.
Not natural, but
Yeah,
20.
you manage. She with her distracting the guard. That's enough for you too. As someone goes in, you just slip right into their same step and you go in.
You don't tense it.
Alright, do I see him?
Hold on 1 second. We're gonna make this more fun.
Yay!
You gotta start playing the like Assassin's Creed.
I know,
chase
I gotta
music.
like.
Dad.
Yeah, that one works.
Oh wait, the extended is 11.
Yes. This is like non-spooky, fun chase music.
Here's what's going to happen. Temsin, you are in an area that is busy. There are people working.
Which doors did I come in?
You came in through here.
Through here.
Yeah. So when you come in, the only reason that you even know that there are doors over on that side over there that you can see is specifically because you can hear them opening and closing.
Okay.
You don't know what else is there. That's just what you can immediately determine.
Do I see which way the kid's going?
You saw through those swinging doors
Yeah.
that he veered to the right.
So he went off this way.
Yep.
So then I go in and that's the way I'm gonna go.
All right, so you go in. Each square is going each square is going to go ahead and be 5 feet. I think that'll work.
So like 5, 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you
So we're going to
use my
be
speed?
using movement speed.
Okay, I think mine's 35.
Yep.
Let me double check. I need to plug my phone in now. Yeah, 35.
Okay.
So I can come in and go 35,
Yes.
and each one is 5.
Yep.
I can get to here.
Okay.
I think that was the most efficient. Oh wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 35, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, that's about as far as I can get.
Okay. You do not get spotted.
Yay.
You have a couple people who move from one office to another, but you do not get spotted.
Okay, good. Now what?
Okay.
Do I see him once I come around that corner?
Once you come around the corner, you actually hear a door open and close. What do you do?
All I know is that the kid went off this way. I didn't see him once I
Yep.
turned the corner.
When you turn that corner, you just see 2 sets of doors.
And this is just a wall?
Yep.
Can you like?
Can I go diagonally? I can't count diagonally, can I? Okay, I didn't think so.
Can you find a
These are
thread?
all walls? There's no doors?
You don't know
no
if there's any
diagonal?
doors over there.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna follow through the room, 35, which puts me right here at the doors.
Okay.
Do I see?
You don't see anything. You have come into a room that looks like it's storage. There are a couple cabinets that look like they've got like paperwork and stuff, and then there's a big map on the wall of Atesa with like lines going to where the trade routes all are.
Okay, but past the door, I can't see any. Like,
No, the door's
are
closed.
Oh, the doors are closed. Well, I'm gonna open them.
Okay. However, yep. You open the door right as you see little halfling buddy slip out the back.
I would like to have Remember walk
Skirt around the side.
not quickly, but purposefully to the front door, and then immediately like run out to the back of the building.
She's like calmly walking out and then yeets out of there.
Later. And she's like watching windows and watching doors, and she's running around and like looking to see if anything's been opened, and just like running around the perimeter.
She's like, ah, yes,
Go ahead and
I
roll
know
a 20
this.
real quick.
Me. Am I adding anything to this, or is it just a 20?
Nope, just a 20.
5.
Ooh.
You hear a door slam, and you see like a rustle as someone like runs off somewhere, but you can't quite tell which way they've gone.
Dang
You just
it.
hear.
It probably wouldn't help if I like booked it either, right? Like, there's no point in me trying to book it after.
Look him, Dano.
Tamsin, did you
Alright, I am going to.
did you go out that door, or are you still inside?
I'm following him.
Okay.
I am going to, as I run out towards that door, 35 will wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35 will put me right outside the door,
Okay.
and I have ready darts that I'm going to release at him.
Okay.
Some monk action.
Go ahead and roll.
Throwing a weapon, buddy.
Those aren't weapons.
Yes, those are.
Nobody's
not there
even
to
going to know.
supervise.
Nobody's even
I'm
going to
gonna probably book it after
Oh, wait,
him as
what am I
well, just so
rolling?
you know, around the corner. I'm gonna chase after as well, because I'm gonna
Okay.
say,
Okay.
remember bolt off, so I'm gonna bolt off afterwards.
Okay.
What'd you roll, bud?
11.
No.
I miss him.
The darts just go off into the
Dang it.
brush.
Is there...
Can I throw 2 or can I only throw 1?
I
Oh,
think
you
it's
could have
only-
you could use a key point, double dash point.
If you wanted to, if you wanted to use a key point, then
Wow, that's some good.
Is he right there?
no. That's just how far I could reach. He ran off.
Am I within sight?
Hmm?
Am I with sight? Like, if I run out, can I see him?
Go ahead and roll. Because remember could not.
Yeah.
Remember missed.
So he's, how far is he from
19.
me now?
Wait, what is the roll? Just a plain roll?
Just a plain
19.
20. Yeah, you do see him. Your elf eyes. You do see him bolt off.
Is he within 60 feet?
She got to fuck him up.
No, he would not be within 60
Dang
feet.
it. Okay, I'm gonna keep running after him then.
Okay.
Can I follow Sophie into that? Like,
Yeah.
I would
So-
notice her.
I
Yeah.
asked because I need to know how close I am. Because technically, if he's in range of me, I could close the distance and unarmed attack him. That's why I was asking
Okay, yeah,
how
no,
far he
he's-
is.
Okay, no, he was at least 20 feet ahead of you.
When I got to the door?
Yeah,
Into the
he
dark.
was like, he was going.
Okay.